In this video, we're gonna go into the personal mastery. Of course, every other YouTube creator and every other person you talk to talks all about business and the skill set, but they usually forget the personal aspect of it. The third one, like the most important one actually, right? Because if you have the best possible templates and tools and you're the best at coding and you know how to do sales or how the sales process goes, but you're not charismatic, you're not persuasive, you don't know how to talk to people properly, you don't look good on camera, your brain is foggy, you cannot really communicate properly with your potential client, that's where things go wrong. And that's why this is something no one else focuses on, and that's why I want to make sure that in order for you to make the best use of the business side and the skill set side of AI automation, that we start first with the personal part of it, because that's where it all starts, right? You're the biggest indicator and the biggest differentiator of success. If I give 100 people the exact same AI tools and explanations and templates and how to use them, and I give them also how to do the marketing, the sales, the templates and the ideas there that you use, but they are all really different on the personal end. One is good and extroverted on socially speaking to people. Another one is very introvert, hasn't harnessed the public speaking part of it yet, or finds it very, very difficult, or doesn't know how to deal with people in general, right? So that's kind of why we start with the personal part first. It's that important. I don't believe in habit. I'll tell myself, hey, I'll go to the gym 3 times this week, or 3 times a week, let's say even. Maybe it works, maybe you do 1 time in the first week, and the second week you do 1 time as well, and then you kind of start slacking, and then you kind of see it as a failed project, perhaps. On the other hand, you can leverage the school community. In the school community, I will make a post that says, hey, here are my new habits, and I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week. Because now, you made it public. Now, people can hold you accountable. So if you go 1 time a week in the school, people will say, hey, how did it go the last week? Yeah, I struggle with this, struggle with that. Okay, cool. So you struggle with motivation and you had time issues, so you couldn't really get to the gym that week. You wanted to, but you really couldn't. Okay, great. Let's address these. Let's fix them. And right? Whether it's in a weekly call or just people commenting to help out. And now you're being helped to go 2 times a week. And then once again, we go through this loop, right? So this is basically reflection. Might seem scary, but we're all here to learn and to do better, right? So if you're in this community, you might as well make the most out of it, because we're all just random strangers for the time being, especially at the start, of course. But this will be your biggest asset, I think. So then you go 2 times. Once again, we apply the same thing, and now you get to go 3 times a week. Because now you had some objections, you had some mental friction, and then through feedback from the community, or for me personally, now you have more ammo against yourself to actually get the work going, right? Once again, we'll go into more detail into the personal growth course in the classroom later on, once it's actually been built and whatever. But for now, this is one way to think about it. Because now, once again, there's a system in place. It's not just a habit that just depends on you, and if you don't do it, no one will know. No, now there's a system. People can hold you accountable, right? And if you always say the truth, and you always do what you say you do, every time you say to a client, hey, I'll do this within the next 24 or 48 hours, hey, I'll build you this, you can see with a lot more confidence. Because speaking the truth and always saying things that you'll actually do will give you superpower. It will give you confidence. It will give you charisma, right? Because there's a certain kind of commitment and dedication that comes forth from the way you speak to people, right? So that's very important. Another system could be, if you don't want to use a school, which I think is a loss of potential in my opinion, but hey, everyone has their own decisions to make. Tell your mom, for example, or someone else that you trust, or a friend or something like that. And then do the same exact thing, because now, if they're good friends, they will hold you accountable. Or maybe it's your wife, of course, it can also be a thing. Same principle, community-based, but that should also work. Because now it's not like, oh, I didn't go to the gym. No, someone else will call you out on it. Someone else will say, hey, how did it go the past week on this goal that you had? Chat back and forth in DMs or in the post in the comments or in the weekly call. When you do go that 1 time a week, there's not really any consequence, right? You didn't tell anyone. You didn't really go through the whole process of trying to improve it, because there's not really any urgency necessarily. Not really tangible urgency.
Just crazy.
But if you tell it in the school community, after 1 week, we'll do the roundup, and then it's like, okay, here's my report, didn't do it or did do it, nice, cool, keep it going, keep the momentum. Oh, what happened? What went wrong? Where can you pinpoint or diagnose where it went wrong in here? Oh, time management? Oh, here's some tips on that. Let me see what works for you, right? Whether it's in the comments on the post, whether it's in DMs with someone, whether it's in a weekly call where I'm present, it's all available. You have all the information, knowledge you need. Once again, you just need to consume it and then apply it and then produce it. So in this system, what does it mean? Because same goes with a friend, right? Because they'll give you feedback and information. Hey, I struggle with this, with going to the gym, because I didn't have much time, was already late when I came back from work. Oh, because I had struggles waking up early. Oh, because I just didn't feel like it somehow. Okay, great, let's deconstruct it. What happened? Well, maybe I should change my schedule. Okay, good. Here's some information on time management. Or I didn't really feel energized. Okay, good. Here's some information on energy management, right? Really obvious and basic examples, but you get the point, right? And then you got information, you apply it on the next 7 days, and now you produce better results, right? It's that easy. It's that simple. And not easy, but it's simple. You just have to follow through on it. And once again, if you always speak the truth and do it this way, you will get the best return on investment. Once again, your systems, so not your willpower, because willpower is very variable. It changes over time, has ups and downs. But if you have a system, it's constant, right? My body lotion in the bathroom is always there. It's a system. My willpower or the mental friction to put on lotion because it takes time and I'm in a rush and this and that is the excuses, right? With habits, you run into excuses. And with systems, yeah, you might run into excuses as well, but now you can be held accountable. Or now it's so easy, when you reflect on it with your journals, you can figure out a lot better as to why it went wrong, because you have a system for it. Whereas now it's just more of a thought, more of an idea, not necessarily something that has something tangible with it, right? So then, next part of the process is time management.